A WWE move has been publicly denied. A former WWE star wants to come back. Huge WWE Raw success and more. I'm Luke Owen and this is the WrestleTalk News.
Support WrestleTalk!
Get exclusive videos over on our Patreon.
Several weeks ago, we here at WrestleTalk, along with Fightful, exclusively revealed photo evidence that Shane McMahon was in talks with AEW CEO Tony Khan. And the scoops keep on coming, because I can now exclusively reveal a major wrestling star is in talks with WrestleTalk. It's AEW American Champion MJF.
Whoa. Luke, what the hell, man? I don't want MJF here. I've got some serious wrestling heat with him because of what his entrance confetti did to my beer.
Yeah, I know, but it's all good. It's okay. This is a good thing. This is going to stop us being so tribalistic about Will Ospreay versus MJF at All In at Wembley Stadium. This is so we can have an American viewpoint. He's going to be our American correspondent.
Whoa, I did not sign off on this. I think MJF only cares about himself. I think he says some very mean things. And All In, I think Will Ospreay is going to kick his ass. He's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm afraid he is.
I'm here with British Bald Bitch and Doctor Who, as in who will possibly sleep with this man ever. My name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I'm better than you and you know it. I'm an American hero. I am the American champion, and today I will be interviewed by two buffoons who have absolutely no right to call themselves journalists. They'll tell you they don't. Meanwhile, they'll keep trying to make money off of people like me. More at 11.
Yeah, we'll be interviewing MJF.
Shut up.
Someone who likely won't be on the All-In card is Penta El Zero Miedo and Rey Fenix of the Lucha Bros, who are reportedly heading to WWE. The news broke last week that the Lucha Bros had discussions with WWE ahead of their AEW contracts expiring and will be heading straight to the main roster, bypassing NXT and debuting as a tag team. Ebo of WrestlePurist reported that originally, they were set to team with Pac as Death Triangle to take on the Patriarchy for the AEW Trios Championships at All In, but those plans were pulled when the Lucha Bros decided that they would not re-sign with All Elite Wrestling. That match is now looking to be a three-way match between the Patriarchy, House of Black, and the Gang Bang Gang. Reportedly, Penta's deal is up at the end of August, while his brothers will expire in September. And Ebo of WrestlePurist has now revealed that Penta reportedly will be visiting Orlando this week, which is the home of WWE's Performance Center. But not so, according to Penta himself. He took to Twitter to reply to WrestlePurist saying, "Please stop posting fake news, my present is AEW." He later put out another tweet saying, "No more gossip, my present is AEW." So, what exactly is going on here? Well, according to Fightful Select, Penta and Phoenix are heading to WWE. They reiterate their report from last week, which is that Penta and Phoenix will bypass NXT and head straight to the main roster, and they'll come in as a package piledriver deal. Fightful Select add that WWE are fine with this, as they had interest in bringing in Phoenix a while back anyway. According to Fightful Select, sources close to Penta say he will be in Orlando this week, but did not specify if he was going to visit the Performance Center. From AEW side of things, Fightful Select write that their sources say that they expected the Lucha Bros to head to WWE, but were shocked to see the reports actually come out, especially as AEW reportedly did offer them a deal to stay, and it was for the same amount that Penta has told people he and Phoenix will make when they go to WWE. So why is Penta putting out tweets saying that this is all fake news and gossip? Well, according to Fightful Select, a claim internally was that the Lucha Bros didn't want to do business in the appropriate ways that many exits from the company and other companies in general have done in the past. Apparently, he has told people in AEW that his deal is already done, but if it isn't and he is still under contract, there's a chance that All Elite Wrestling could tack on injury time to those contracts and keep him under the AEW umbrella for the time being. And that might explain the tweets. Fightful Select add in their report, multiple sources in AEW today believe Penta pushing back on the reports, so his brother will be able to leave without contractual hurdles. What do you think is going on, and would you like to see Penta and Phoenix stay in AEW or head to WWE? Let me know in the comments down below. According to WrestleTalks, around 45,000 tickets have been shifted for AEW's All In, and while some might argue that is down from last year, it is still a huge number. And it would appear that AEW are not slowing down. They've already announced they're running the Tokyo Dome the day after Wrestle Kingdom with New Japan, Ring of Honor, and CMLL. Fightful Selected reported they were planning on running a stadium show in the US next year, and now, according to the Sporting News, there's another big show planned. The website reports that AEW will be heading to Australia next year for a blockbuster show. Sydney's Allianz Stadium, Melbourne's Marvel Stadium, and Brisbane's Suncorp Stadium are potential homes for this show, with the website writing that it's understood plans for the company's maiden Australian show are well advanced. And speaking of wrestling companies doing very well for themselves, this week's episode of WWE Raw did a monster number in the TV ratings. Back on their usual home of the USA Network and with no major sports or Olympic coverage to battle against, WWE Raw drew its best total viewership since the Raw After Mania episode, drawing 1.89 million viewers. It also drew its best number in the 18 to 49 demo since the Raw After Mania as well. As we talked about last week, had Raw not been on Sci-Fi and going against Olympics coverage last week, the Raw After SummerSlam likely would have done over 2 million viewers. And this huge number here for the follow-up episode seems to indicate that that would have been the case. Maybe what they need for them to get over that 2 million mark, however, is a return. And it just so happens that Kelly, point to nothing, wants a return. This week's Raw saw Candice Michelle in the crowd, and Fightful Selector reporting that Michelle McCool was backstage for the show. And speaking with WrestlingNews.co, another diva in Kelly has said that she would like to come back for another run in WWE. She said, "I love Triple H. We worked together. He was great to work with. I mean, I would love to come back and work for him. He's awesome." However, there are some small hurdles that Kelly would have to get over. Those hurdles being children. She added, "I definitely don't think I could do it full time, especially with the twins. And then I talk about wanting one more baby, so I don't know. But I would definitely come back part time. My dream is for my twins to watch me in the ring one day." Kelly left WWE in 2012 and has since had 3 cameo appearances in Royal Rumbles. Would you like to see Kelly return to WWE? Let me know in the comments down below and fantasy book those first feuds. Someone who is making their return, but it will be their last, is John Cena. Cena announced that this year's Money in the Bank that he will be officially retiring from professional wrestling at the end of 2025. He clarified in the post-show press conference that he will be working limited dates on this retirement tour as he needs to work around his other work commitments, and has now revealed how many dates he will be doing in a new interview with Collider. He said, "I am retiring in 2025 and I start that farewell tour in January and I'll end it in December. It's going to be around 36 dates around the world to pay thanks and gratitude to the WWE audiences around the world. Dates, of course, include episodes of TV, any house show appearances, and any pay-per-view appearances." And lastly, before we get out of here, last night's NXT saw 2 different title changes, as well as an appearance by Say His Name and He Appears, Joe Hendry, clap clap. The No Quarter Catch crew recaptured their Heritage Cup when Charlie Dempsey beat Tony D'Angelo 2-1, and Chase U won the tag titles from Nathan Frazier and Axiom in the show's main event. The champs had several miscommunication spots leading to Andre Chase and Ridge Holland capturing the belt. Thankfully, Obafemi retained his title. Because I've got him booked for SummerSlam 2025. Of course I've got him booked for that, because Ollie, Pete, and I gave our predictions for SummerSlam 2025 way too far in advance. Go and watch it now.